Good morning and welcome. It is Wednesday, the 1st of June. I am Flatcap Callum. I am hoping for a change of luck and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, here we are. It's a nice, sunny, where I am, slightly June. 1st of June, we'll put May in the locker and we'll crack on with June. It's not been a good end to the month of May for this channel. Alright, coming up today, we've got a review of yesterday. We've got today's bet, I've got a Friday Epsom bet, and I've got the golf bet. So today's bet is in total £20 stake, 14 on today and 6 for Friday on Epsom, because I am not doing a video, as previously spoken about, Thursday or Friday this week. I'm having a couple of days off YouTube and off betting. So tomorrow, literally, I am placing no bets. I am not betting at all. I'm having one day off betting, and Friday, I'm also going to do no video. So I've got a Friday bet coming up as well. Hopefully that's clear. So 14 today, 6 for Friday. That's a total of £20 for today's stake. And there's a £10 golf bet also coming up today. I'll touch on some of the May stats. I haven't gone through it all in detail yet. So I'll do that probably when we get to the weekend. So we've got a few May stats. Okay, so yesterday, another poor day in the end. It started badly, it got better, and then it didn't do much else. So what did we have? So Wonderful Times, terrible, unbelievable. It got backed into 2-1 second favourite and just didn't run well. Generally, as a theme at Newbury yesterday, it did seem if you went up with the pace, you stayed there, and there wasn't much in the way of closers at making up much ground, particularly on the longer distances. But that being said, I thought that should be a fairly solid horse to fill in that bet, but no. Amethyst, that sort of got caught a little bit out in the wing and couldn't make up ground. Captain Valo did place, so that was 4th in the end. And then Saffron looked sure. I think it went 5-4 in running, and then managed to finish 5th. I think when they were only paying 4. So we just got a play single for bet 1. So the betting gods weren't on our side there. Then I was really disappointed with Nelly Moon. Vape went and got 4th, which Sky Bet paid. Then Hail Caesar, the 622. So they had a horse withdrawn at the start, wouldn't go in the stalls, and I looked across and all I could see was Sky Bet seeming to be the only one that changed their terms on that race. It may have been others. They were supposed to be going 5 places. They ended up going 4, so they didn't pay out on Hail Caesar. And then Mutanasic was down the field, so it didn't matter massively, but had Mutanasic placed, that would have been a costly issue, because that would have been the difference between profit and loss yesterday. But as it was, we just got Vape as a single on that one. And it nearly cost us on here, because we had Vape placed, Amethyst didn't, and then Captain Valo placed, and Hail Caesar did place, and then they changed the term. So we almost had 2 place doubles on there, but we didn't. We got 1 place double. So that was a small profit on that specific bet. And then this one, at the start I thought we were going to get good here, because Hope de Blin's it ran really well, and it got backed into 5-1, but it only could get 3rd out of the 5 runners. And then Macaroni, it ran with credit. It was at the back, then went at the front, and then ended up in the middle. Revelin Pleasure stayed on well for 4th at 28, so that was nice. But then Lariat wasn't any good, so a single on that one too. So all in all, a really disappointing end to the month there. 20 on, 475 back. So it's a loss of 15.25. I've got it as, so not very good. So May, I think we ended up with May overall, the channel losing about £25-26 all told on all bets. If it was just horses that you were doing, it was more like £36-37. So our first lost month, we made money January, February, March, April. We lost in May. To be really honest, I'm surprised it's taken that long to have one lost month, because some of the others we managed to get away with it and got over the line nicely. So from a channel perspective, we're 14% in profit overall, all sports, and 16 on horses. That was that's probably more in the ballpark of where I expected to be, as opposed to we were running a little bit higher. And I've mentioned that before. The percentages we were running at were a bit higher than my expectation. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to knock it. Overall, the history of this channel, 16% for horses, 14% all sports. It's a good place to be. Clearly, at some points, we've been in 20 plus percent. It's a little bit unrealistic to try and maintain that level, particularly as we haven't had a jumbo bet win. So we've had a couple of days where we've got 100 plus monies back, but we haven't had a jumbo payout yet of multiple hundreds or even 1,000, which is as most of you have seen, is possible. When the wind's blown in the right way, it can all click, and that will make a massive difference if we hit one of those this year on a profit and loss. You can make profit without them, but they make a massive difference those sort of days. Okay, excuse me, clearing my throat this morning, a bit gruff. No reason, I wasn't out late. Okay, today's bet. One bet today. It's a lucky 31 bet with extras on my new pad, new pens. Gone a little bit crazy. Hopefully you can see it. It's all tonight. I've got 5 tonight. And I would say no replacements. So if any of these don't run, then and you haven't put the bet on and you come across the channel, then put it in as a lucky 15 and swivel it round. So these are my 5 horses for today. So 6.25 is first leg Kempton. Tredevi. It's an interesting horse. It's not done a huge amount, but I just think it's overpriced for what it has done. If you actually look at some of the horses it's run against and what they've gone on to achieve, I think it's overpriced. It's the same trainer who managed to pull off the gamble that wasn't a gamble. If you look at the Racing Post the other week, the horse that I've mentioned, Jimmy Frost. So he trains it, and that's his only winner he's had in 3 years. I just think it's overpriced. Most bookies are paying 4 on that race, and I think it's definitely worth a go at 66s. So yeah, I'm taking a chance on that one to be better than what the bookmakers believe. And then 6.35 Ripon, Sky are 4 on that. Other bookies are not. So this is a bet today where there's 3 races is an extra place for Sky. So I think it's a Sky bet day. Is best for this. We've got Bossy Pop at 11 to 1. Then we're going 7.15 Curragh Distant Chimes. I think most bookies are 5 on that race. So that one is consistent. So that's 10 to 1 Distant Chimes. Then 8.20 Curragh Inishmont Prince 17 to 2. Sky are 7. Most bookies are 6 on that race. And then So Far So Good 9 o'clock at Kempton 22 to 1. Sky are 4, and I think a lot of others. No, I think they're not. I think it's just the Tredevi and Distant Chimes races that are consistent. I think So Far So Good. Maybe that one's not as well. Off the top of my head, I can't 100% guarantee that, but double check it. But what I'm saying is, there's 3 races here that you get an extra place with Sky Bet, so I think it's worth it. So I've done it as 20p each way, lucky 31. We've then got an additional single on Tredevi in the yellow. We've then got an additional double on Bossy Pop and So Far So Good in the blue. And we've got an additional double on the 2 Curragh horses. Hopefully that is nice and clear. And that should round up to £14. So that is the bet for today. Right. Then, Friday's Epsom bet. Annoyingly, I didn't quite think this through properly. The prices were there last night. But this morning, because they're going through 48-hour declarations where some of the horses will get pulled out, the markets are temporarily not there. So I'm putting this out for Friday. I was happy to do it and take the prices and the terms because so the bottom one here is the Oaks. The top 2 are 2 handicaps where they were paying quarter of the odds first 4, which on Sky, which I was really happy to take with these prices. So we'll see as soon as those markets go live, and hopefully they might go back on again this afternoon once the declarations are done. I'd be looking to put this on. So if I've put the bet on for the channel, I will let you know, and we'll see what prices change. So it's all at Epsom, all Friday. So there's no horses I'm doing anything on Thursday. It looks okay tomorrow. There is a couple of decent Leopardstown races for people to get involved in. But this is my Friday Epsom bet because I'm not doing a video till Saturday. Hopefully I've said it enough times and it's super obvious. 2:35, we've got Carolus Magnus and Coranzon Espinado, both at 12s last night. 3:45, Good Birthday and Caradoc, both 10s last night. And in the Oaks with the Moonlight, 10-1. So I've done it as 4 cross 25p each way trebles and 8 cross 25p each way doubles. Now, you got a choice here. So for the channel, I'm going to put this on hopefully today, and I'll put it in the comments that I've put it on and the prices I've taken. You could do that, or you could wait until Friday so you know these horses are definitely running, because if any of them get pulled out, that will go down. It's not a void bet as a non-runner, because it's technically anti-post. So so it might be worth waiting until Friday for some of you who are a little bit more cautious. I will happily put this bet on because I believe these horses will run. But you can't guarantee this stuff, and some of them have got multiple entries. So that is my Friday bet. So it should round up to £6 on that. So I haven't done any singles. I was looking at doing an Oaks Derby double, but to be honest, I think the Derby might pay extra places on Saturday, and they're not doing it at the moment in most places. So I just wanted to leave it. And there's a horse I quite like, and it's got double entries over the weekend. So I'm just going to leave the Derby till Saturday and not do an Oaks Derby double. We have done all right so far on the classics on the channel. There, we had the winner of the 1,000 guineas, and we've had the placed horses in 1,000 and 2,000 Irish guineas. So didn't have anything in the 2,000 guineas. So this is a 5th attempt at a classic bet. Okay, hopefully that is clear. As I said, I'll put it in the comments when I place the bet on for the channel. That is that. So that should be £20 for horses. If you don't want the golf, cheerio. I will see you on Saturday in a few days' time. Enjoy the rest of your week. If you want the golf, stay on the line. All right, golf bet. Here we go. So first part of the golf bet is this. I've got 1 in each of 3 tournaments. And I'm bringing back the Trixie on the golf. So haven't done it for a few weeks. I just felt like it was worth having a little go today. So in the European Open, you familiar sight of Ashley Chesters. He's not been in the bets for a few weeks, bringing him back today. So he's my 1 single in the European Open. Then the Memorial Tournament, Patrick Cantlay is short odds, but for the purpose of the Trixie, I think it's a decent enough bet. And then for the Principal Charity Classic, or the Seniors Tour, or the Champions Tour, we're going Brant Job 25s. So I've done it as a 10p each way Trixie, and 2 50p each way singles on Ashley Chesters and Brant Job. I'm not bothering with the single on Patrick Cantlay because the price is a bit short from a golf perspective. If that was a single on horses, it wouldn't matter. I'd do it, but for golf, I wouldn't worry about that price. So he could win, and you're not going to win overall in the grand scheme of profit and loss. We're not going to lose a huge amount. So that is that. And then Lucky 15. This has been a bit of a ball ache in. I thought I was good to go, but it was been a bit of a ball ache. So this bet is definitely good for Sky Bet. So I had a short list of a few different ones for the Lucky 15 this week. This is what I've got. This you can't. I'll talk it through, but then I'll explain. You can't put it all on in other bookies. So there are things that you might need to tweak and change. So for Sky Bet users, this is the channel bet. European Open, top Danish, Jeff Winther, 9-1. Top French, Benjamin Herbert, 14s. Top Scottish, Connor Syme, 7-1. And in the Memorial, top Continental European, David Lingmuth, 40-1. And I've done it as a 24p each way Lucky 15 this week, just because I was quite happy with the prices, and there wasn't much going on in singles and stuff in the other bit. So I've upped the stake for the Lucky 15 this week for the golf. So a couple of things to flag. Jeff Winther, you can't put that on in some other bookies. So not all bookies are doing top Danish in that tournament. So if you went to put this bet on, say if you're a Paddy user or a Betfair user, the other one that would have made the bet that didn't is in the Memorial, top Asian Siwoo Kim. Sky Bet have only priced him up, or that market up, as win only, whereas most of the other bookies are paying top 2. So I didn't put Siwoo Kim in the Memorial top Asian in here. So if you do other bookies, take out Jeff Winther and put in Siwoo Kim if that's something you can do instead. I'd also flag if you were using something like Paddy or Betfair, Benjamin Herbert, last time I looked, was 20s. So a much better price. I don't know if that's held. And the other thing I'd flag is David Lingmuth. There's 7 continental European players in the Memorial, and Sky Bet are paying quarter of the odds first 2 of the 7. Paddy, I looked and sort of seen, are doing first 3, fifth of the odds. So at 33 to 1. In the context of a 7 runner to get third place, in essence, if you think about it, horse racing, you're getting paid 3 places of 7 runners. Although the price is a bit shorter, I think that's probably just marginally. I would rather have that. So if I could, I would have taken those terms. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is there are options to how you do this bet. If you're a Sky Bet user, just put it on as I've said. If you've got other bookies and you normally would do this, say with Paddy and Betfair that are quite good at some of these side markets, then yeah, David Lingmuth is 33s, but you're getting an extra place on. And Jeff Winther you can't do, and put Siwoo Kim as top Asian. Hopefully that is clear. That is the golf bet for this week. Right. I think that's me. That was a super long video. I had a lot to cram in. Right. Enjoy your day. I'll enjoy a few days away from the YouTubing and such. When I've got that Epsom bet live for the channel, as I said, I'll put it in the comments. Any questions on anything else I've said today, put it in the comments. Otherwise, I'll be back on Saturday morning for Derby Day and the Derby video, whatever that might look like. All right. See you then. Thank you very much for all your support as always. I appreciate it. It's been a right old slog the last couple of weeks. We will get there. It will turn. Whether this is what will turn it, I don't know. But I do have faith it will. Thank you very much.